Good morning, guys. 53Silver here. I was out last night with my ETrac, and I came across a signal here outside this ballpark underneath these big old trees, and it's coming up on the ETrac as a dime. And I did the pinpointing, etc., and it says it's 6 inches down, and I thought, before I started digging, I thought to myself, I wonder how my Vaquero would do going head-to-head on this target with an ETrac. And what I mean by head-to-head is, would I be able to identify what it is? This is telling me it's a copper penny or a dime, possibly. I don't know. I haven't dug it, and it's 6 inches down or so, possibly a little more, but 6 inches the ETrac is telling me. And those are things I can do with my Vaquero. I can judge depth by simply raising the coil, etc. So my point to all this was, I thought if I brought my Vaquero over, I didn't dig the target last night, it's right here, I pulled the grass out and left a little bare spot so I can identify it this morning. I didn't dig the target, but I'm going to go over it with the ETrac again. I have the sensitivity on the ETrac set at 23. If I go to 25, it starts to get a little noisy, but I'll do that, and I'll go over the target, and you can hear it, I'm sure. And it's reading right now 1444. I don't know if you can see it or not. You can hear it's getting a little noisy. 1144, 1546. Got the coil now up, just barely getting it at about 4 inches, I want to call it, off the ground. I'm getting a reading, a little shaky, back to the ground, 1446. So the ETrac basically is telling me that the coin is down about 6 inches. I'm able to raise the coil maybe another 4 inches, and so I got a total of 10 with sensitivity set at 25. I actually raised it to 25 on this machine. So now what I'm going to do is pick up my Vaquero, and I'm going to do the same or a similar test, and then I'm actually going to dig it. Alright, stand by. Alright, so I'm here with my Vaquero, and I'm going to go over the same target with that. Now, again, what I'm going to be doing is, I have my standard settings. I have my sensitivity at 10. It's not up full. Threshold about 3 o'clock. I have my discrimination level set at the line before nickel, and it's all ground balanced. I'm actually going to go over this in discrimination mode. I'm going to adjust the sensitivity up, similar to what I did with the ETrac, and then I'm going to go into all metal and kind of give an example of how it works there. So first, my standard park settings, and we're going to go over the target. Now keep in mind, the MineLab said this was 6 inches down, so we're going to do some things with the Vaquero to see just how good the machine will perform here. Let's see. Alright, so the target is right there. Actually, the center of this where I pulled out the grass there, is where the MineLab pinpointed it. My ETrac is saying it's closer to the edge here. That's one nice thing about this machine, is the sound, the tone is so sharp and so abrupt that you can really identify targets a lot easier. So okay, so we're going to go over the target. I'm at about 1 inch above the soil. I'm going to start raising my coil, and at about 2 inches I start picking it up. So yeah, the target's probably down around 6 inches or so. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sensitivity and I'm going to raise it up. Basically I'm going into a super tune mode. This is way up. Keep in mind, at the 3 o'clock position I'm at 10. I'm at nearly a 6 o'clock position on this. So that's about, I was only running at about 3/4, which is similar to what I was doing there. So I'm going maxed out here with the Vaquero, and you can hear, okay, it's just picking it up there. I am right now, there it is, about 6 inches above the soil, and we'll get down there a little lower. 3, 4, 2, and 1. So it's picking it up here. I'm telling you, I am not exaggerating. I'm a good 6 inches, maybe more, above this above the soil here. And I know it's tough to see on a two-dimensional image, but I am up pretty high. And it's picking it up. Pretty amazing. So we're looking at maybe a 12-inch on this machine. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my threshold. I'm going to go into all metal. And the way I run this is we're not in discrimination anymore. It's all metal. That's why I like to pin or ground balance the machine. I'm going to raise the threshold until I can just barely hear it. I don't know if you can even hear that on the camera. And I'm going to go over the target. I'm still getting the signal in all metal. Right there. Again, I'm about maybe 8 inches up. I don't know if you can hear that, but I am way up there. I'm way up there. That to me is simply amazing. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go out of all metal. I'm going to dig the target up, and we're going to find out what it is. My ETrac. No, yeah. By the way, let me go back in the all metal mode here. Turn my threshold up so you can hear this. So I'm out of the all metal, back into discrimination. And the one thing I didn't do is I didn't rotate the discriminator to see where it goes out. Still getting it. I'm getting beeps at full discrimination. Just yeah. So this is possibly a dime or a copper penny. Being a zinc penny, I don't know. I'm getting the reading on my discriminator is going up too high for it to be a zinc penny. Turn this off, but we'll see. I'm not sure what this is. But by comparison, I just wanted to show you how well this machine works. I was able to get a few inches above the ground with the ETrac. I was able to do everything with on this Vaquero that I was able to do with the ETrac. And I'm trying to demonstrate the depth on this thing. It's just incredible. I'm going to get to digging. We'll see what we got in the hole. Stand by.